entire interior front wall is huge for Columbia. Booker again will go with a double wide out set. Fullback in the slot to the near side, and they go with the loose football. And let's see who comes up with it. Blue Devils scrap for it. They say they've got it across the way, and the Blue Devils do have it at their own 19-yard line.
Antoine Ross with recovery. Columbia had trips right and tried to run the option back to the left side of the field. They made the pitch, and the pitch man just dropped it, kicked it forward, and on the recovery for Lebanon, Antoine Ross, that snuffs out that drive by the Columbia Lions. They're going to be flagged for illegal procedure. Of course, that will be declined. So Lebanon takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Blue Devils bringing Justin Jones to the near side. Chase Lanning split to the right or the short side of the field, and I think Columbia are going to take a timeout here. And Columbia will be called for the timeout. We will be back. We have played, we're 7:41 to go in quarter one. No score here at Lebanon High School. Back in 30 seconds.
The football over, no score in the first period, 7:41 to go in the first quarter. Lebanon has it 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 19.
Blue Devils in the same formation they were in before the timeout. Double wide out set. Beasley's the fullback. Ross is the tailback. And they give it to Ross. Got a hole on the far side. Breaks a tackle. Ross at the 25, 30, 35. Ridden down from behind at the 49-yard line. He may have made the 40. I think they'll mark it just inside the 40 at the Lebanon 39, just outside the Lebanon 39. Antoine Ross from the tailback spot reels off a nice little run for the Blue Devils and gets their first down.
Lebanon running the lead play, and Antoine getting right on the hip of the blocking back, Derek Beasley, for good yardage.
Blue Devils now 1st and 10. Nose of the football out to the Lebanon 40. Double wide out set again. Quick opener in the middle, and they give it to the fullback, and he barrels and powers and drives the pile out near the 45-yard line. A good 4-yard gain, and maybe nearly 5 by Derek Beasley, the fullback. So good first down play by the Blue Devils will bring up 2nd and 6.
Lebanon up front offensively from tackle to tackle. Hackett, Mull, Freer, Miller, and Marshall.
Blue Devil offense looked like it's gone to work since that first series. Chad Lanning, handoff second man, and crossing the 45 out over the 46, 47, near the 48-yard line is Antoine Ross, once again carrying the ball.
Clyde, he got that despite a missed block. That's a G lead. We pull the guard. The fullback is supposed to block the defensive end, and we ran past the defensive end. He wound up making the tackle, but it was several yards upfield.
3rd down and 3 for the Blue Devils with an opportunity to get into Columbia territory for the first time. They're at their own 47. 3rd down 3. Got to go past midfield for the first down. Handoff, second man, driving. He's got the first down. Ross, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Ross is gone. 10-5, touchdown, Blue Devils.
They came back, Clyde, with the same play they messed up before. Antoine Ross cuts behind the blocks of the pulling guard, Mull and Derek Beasley, and turns it upfield, Terry Stafford, for the long one.
Tommy, 53 yards from the Lebanon 47. Ross in for the touchdown, 53-yard run for Lebanon.
John, you've got the call of this PAT attempt.
Thank you, Tommy. Wes Colby in to attempt the point after. The holder tonight will be Chad Lanning, subbing for the injured, but on reserve list here, Matt Lassiter. The snap is back. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. So Lebanon, with 6:01 to go in the first quarter, goes up 7-0 on visiting Columbia. This sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design. They wish good luck to the Lebanon Blue Devils and all Wilson County teams this year. They invite anyone looking for a great new haircut or style to come in for a visit. Ron's is located on North Cumberland Street in Lebanon across from Save-A-Lot. Back to the station for this 30-second commercial break.
Welcome back as Antoine Ross has just gone 53 yards for a touchdown for Lebanon. Lebanon covering 81 yards in 4 plays. After Ross also recovered a fumble, Wes Colby kicks the extra point. 6:01 left in the first. Lebanon leading Columbia 7-0.
Blue Devils ready to kick off. Walker and Horton back deep. Walker to the near side, Horton to the far side, and here's Colby's kick. Pooch kick to the short up man, going to be taken at the 22 on a fair catch, and they'll put it in play, well, at the 23, and that's where Columbia will put it in play from their own 23. Well, the Blue Devil offense looked a lot better on their second possession. Let's see if the defense can do a little something now, because Columbia was really ramming the ball right down our throats earlier when they coughed it up down at the 19-yard line.
Outstanding special teams play by Lebanon. The coaching staff saw Columbia got a kick return for a touchdown last week against Riverdale. They've got some speed. Lebanon kicks the high pop fly to the near sideline, forcing the Lions to take the fair catch at the 23.
Boy, Columbia's big across that front wall. Booker sets them down. Walker and Horton in the backfield, and they give it to Walker, trying to slide up, breaks a tackle, and then dropped on a nice shoestring tackle from behind by Brad Bowles. Philip Hackett, I beg your pardon, 56 rather than 55. Hackett got a hand on a foot and tripped him up after about a 2-yard gain, just over the 25.
When they're in that two tight end offense, Lebanon brings those cornerbacks up on the line of scrimmage, and they play just like defensive ends. Stephen Pickett did a good job stepping down, taking on a block, and creating a little area so his linebacker could scrape and make the play.
Columbia set. Again, they give it to Horton. Reverse handoff far side. Kaysen knocked him down behind the line for a couple of yards lost back to the original line of scrimmage. Kaysen coming across, got him from behind, and knocks him down for a loss. And it will bring up 3rd down and 9 now for Columbia.
That's the way the defensive ends have been coached this week. If your end goes away, that means it's a reverse. You're supposed to follow up the field and make the play from behind. Hackett comes out of the game. Drake Malone, the junior linebacker, steps in. Columbia in the passing situation.
Booker has not gone to the air as of yet. Rolls right, and he's going to be had way back downfield. Lebanon is going to drop him at the 5-yard line. But I think they're going to say he was in the grasp up at about the 11. And making the super play was Cal Schaefer. Got an armful of Booker, wouldn't turn loose, and they knock him down at the 11-yard line.
Schaefer gets back there in a hurry. Jamila Kaysen with the help, and Lebanon sent that front wall for the quarterback. They had kind of a nickel package in to cover. Columbia's forced to kick the football away. Punting will be Nathan Harris. Deep in single safety will be Antoine Ross. Well, Ross backing up and giving a little room this time. He's back at his own 48-yard line. They'll kick it from the end zone. Patterson to kick. Long spiral, going to hit at the 40. Ross going to run under it. He's at the 35 and dumped at the 32-yard line. So Antoine Ross feels that one on the bounce at the 35, returns it to the 32, and gentlemen, Blue Devils are in great position. Terry Stafford, the kick and return, please.
The kick by Harris, good for 26 yards. Ross picks it up and runs 5 yards to the Columbia 32. That's where Lebanon will start with 3:44 left in the first quarter.
Blue Devils leading 7-0. 3:44 to play, quarter one, here at Noakes Lassiter Field at Lebanon High School. Blue Devils trying to win number 2 here tonight. Handoff is to Ross, or McCarver, and McCarver blasts over the 30, down over the 27, inside the 25 to the 34-yard line, to the 24-yard line, and is piled up there. McCarver going to get about 7 yards on the carry, bring up a second. Well, they're going to give him an 8-yard tote, and it'll bring up 2nd and 2. Kaysen in at the fullback spot now. McCarver's a tailback. Lebanon going with a double wide outset. Sophomore Chad Lannon underneath, quick opener through the middle, and Kaysen's got the first down. Blasts over the 20. Down to the 19-yard line. Jamil Purdson running quick start from that fullback spot, picking up good yardage and getting the first down. So the Blue Devils have a 1st and 10 at the Lion 19.
Lebanon getting a good line surge and not wasting any time in the huddle. Lebanon getting a play called quickly, hustling to the line of scrimmage.
Jones right, Lanning left are the wideouts. Kaysen the fullback, McCarver's the tailback. And they give it to McCarver, needing a block, trying to slide outside. Not a lot of room, stuck his head and ducked under and gets a couple of yards near the 16-yard line. I think they may mark it at the 17, so it'll be a 2-yard gain for McCarver on that carry. And it'll bring up second down and 8.
It looks as though Lebanon is calling a play. Say they call the lead play from the sideline. They leave it in the hands of Lanning, the quarterback, to audible at the line of scrimmage as to which side of the field they're going to run the lead play, depending upon how Columbia lines up.
Double wide out set again for the Blue Devils that they use 95% of the time. Lanning rolling right. Wants to throw. Going to tuck it and run. 20, 15, and dumped at the 14-yard line. Chad Lanning on a keeper. Going to get 3-4 yards inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line, where it will bring up third down and 4 for Lebanon. Of course, you're in 4 down territory down here. Third and 4 for the Blue Devils. Ball at the 14-yard line. They have to go almost to the 9 for the first down. Almost third and 5. Lebanon leading 7-0. They give it to McCarver. Got a little blocking. McCarver over the 10. He's at the 9. He may have the first down at the 8, and I think does. Tony McCarver, a little quick hit and play in there, had good blocking in front of him. The line opening up. He had a couple of linemen blocking ahead of him and got good penetration and goes inside the 10 to the 8. And it's first and goal for the Blue Devils at the Columbia 8. Lebanon leading 7-0.
Lebanon pounding the football at this Lion defensive unit, using the lead blocks of Jamila Kaysen and Derek Beasley when they're in there at fullback.
Lebanon with a first and goal. First quarter coming to a close. They hand it off. McCarver slides outside. Needs a block. Didn't get it. McCarver 5-3. Touchdown Blue Devils. Tony McCarver carrying it in from the 7. With 1:03 remaining in quarter one, it's Blue Devils 13, Columbia nothing.
Nice job of bouncing the play outside. It was intended to go off tackle. They piled it up in there, and Tony, using that good speed to get to the corner, knocks over the pylon for the touchdown. John, you've got the call of the PAT.
Thank you, Tommy. Wes Colby again in to attempt the point after. The snap is back. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. So Lebanon goes up 14-0. We've got 1:03 to go in the first quarter of play. This sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design. They're celebrating their 5th anniversary this year, and they want to say thank you to all the good people of Wilson County for helping them to achieve their goal. We'll take it back to the station. Your score, the Blue Devils 14, Columbia nothing. We'll take a 30-second commercial break.
Possession as Lebanon going 32 yards in 6 plays. Tony McCarver with the touchdown, an 8-yard run. Colby kicks the extra point. 1:03 left in the first. 11-14, Columbia 0.
Colby to kick off. And here is the kick. Again, a little pooch to the near side. Columbia going to field it and drop it out of bounds at the 25-yard line, shy of the 25. Coming over to try to field it was Quinn Hardison, a 5'8", 155-pound speedster. Couldn't field it cleanly and drops it out of bounds, so Columbia will start at their 25. Had he left it alone, it would have gone out of bounds, and they would have started at the 35.
Hey, this is working like a charm. The poor field position, a relatively poor field position for the Columbia Lions. They started their first possession on the 23. Now they start on the 24.
Booker, Elliott, Walker, and Horton in the backfield for Columbia. Booker underneath. Toss sweep right side, and they nail him for a loss. Kyle Schaefer again nails Brandon Walker for a 2-yard loss back to the 23-yard line, where it will be second down and 12.
They're trying to run the quick pitch out of the wing T set, send the halfback parallel to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes the snap and just tosses it to him quickly. Schaefer came off a block and made the play in the backfield.